In this tutorial video, we're going to go over the step-by-step for portrait eyes. I'm going to begin with my eye line. So my eye line is just a straight horizontal line. And then when I always draw eyes, I always want to draw 5 circles. So I'm going to start, and remember, move your whole arm, not just your wrist. I'm going to start with the circle in the middle and add my 2 circles this way and 2 circles this way. And now I'm going to measure my person. I'm looking to see how many eyeballs across they are from temple to temple, edge of the face at the temple. And I can see that my person is about 4.5. So I'm going to shave off about 1/4 on this side and 1/4 on this side. And remember, you're measuring the eyeball not from eyelid to eyelid, but where you see the general shape of the eyeball. The next thing I'm going to do is the iris, which is the colored part of the eye. And on my person, as I observe them, I can see that this is roughly about half the size. Remember, this is that colored part, so it's not going to be super small. About half the size of my eyeball. And then I'm going to look for the tear duct. So generally the tear duct is about 1/3 of the way up from the bottom of the eyes. Sometimes it lines up with the iris. Sometimes it's a little higher or a little lower. As I look at my person, I can see it is just about there, maybe a little higher, and about here. So each one is going to be maybe different. Make sure it's not inside or at the touching of the eyeball. It's a little bit inside toward the nose. Now I'm going to check for the angles of my person, and I can see that this angle comes up and then this angle comes down. This is the step where I'm checking for the angle of the tear ducts at the top and the bottom. And my person on this one is about this angle, and the bottom about this angle. And so now I've established my tear ducts. From this point, I'm going to measure the angles and draw the upper eyelid. It's broken into 3 parts. A measurement here, a measurement this way, and a measurement this way. Now, as I measure this and I see, I'm looking for the angles to my person. My person changes angles at about the iris. So now I'm going to bring this in across. This is my next angle, and this one came just past the iris. And then my measurement coming down. So now I've got the top of my eye. Now I'm going to check the other eye, and I can see that this one is doing the same thing. It overlaps the top of my iris. It's coming across. And when you look at an eye, you're going to see curves. But what we're looking for is, where does that shift and become a new line? So as I do that, I'm going to create angles, and later I'll come back and fix them with value, and then they'll look more curved. Now I'm going to look for the bottom lower lid. It's going to be 2 measurements. One is going to come this way to about here generally, and then the other one will come up to meet the outside edge of the eye. And make sure it comes to the outside edge. It's not inside the eyeball. So I'm looking at my person, and it's roughly here. And I can see where it meets the tear duct, and it comes out to about here. And now I can see that it comes this direction. And then I'm going to check the same thing on the other side, roughly this way. And mine on one side looks a little higher than the other. So remember, always measure both eyes. And then the next thing I'm going to do is measure and draw the mark of the pupil. So the pupil could be larger if there's less light, and if there's more light, it gets smaller, so it changes. My person is roughly this size, and remember, that's that dark black spot in the eye. The other thing I want to do in this step is look for the highlight. You may see a highlight, you may not. It might overlap, so in my case, there's a couple. There's one on the eye, on the pupil and iris at this top corner, and then there's a smaller one next to it. Creases go above the eyelid. So I'm looking at my person, and I can see that my crease generally goes like this, and then I measure this angle, and it generally comes this way. Measure this angle, and it comes generally this way. And then I'm going to look at the other side, and generally these are not the same. So I'm looking, this one stops short and it goes a little higher. And now I see this one coming across. And then it's coming down a little bit. And again, I'm drawing them as sharp angles, not as a curve that'll get fixed with value. And then the next thing I want to do is the inside edges of the eyebrows. So I'm going to hold my pencil up against the corner of the eye and just see on my person, does that line up? And I can see right away that mine lines up a little bit inside of that. And I'm just going to give myself a mark. Now remember, your eyebrows are going to probably either touch this or overlap this eyeball. So I'm going to give myself a mark, and I'm going to check the other side. And as I see that one, it's a little bit inside of this mark. So when I'm doing my eyebrows, I can see I have a mark here and a mark here. That's where they line up on my person. The next thing I want to do is check this angle from the outside edge to where the eyebrow ends, and I'm going to check that angle on my person. And mine is roughly here, so I'm going to put a mark. And it's roughly here, so I'm going to put a mark. And now my next step is to get the rough shape, the sketch of the eyebrows. So my person, remember at this point you're just trying to get close, and there's touches that top part of the eyeball and kind of curves, and then on this side it comes in and it also touches and it curves, and then it comes this way. And so at this point I'm just getting a general rough shape of that eyebrow. And then the next thing I want to do is measure and draw the bridge of the nose. So you're looking to see where the bridge of the nose is. Sometimes it's lined up with the eye line, sometimes it's above, sometimes it's below. On my person, it's roughly right about here. And remember, it's not all the way edge to edge here. So what I'm looking for is where is that top part before it starts to curve down. And then I'm looking for what the angle is from my eyebrows. So I can see on my person that this is roughly, about the way the eyebrows are going, and it might curve a little more. And then from here, I'm looking to see where does it start to come down the face. So it's not that I'm going to have lines here. These are going to all be replaced with values, but I'm looking for where it rolls off and goes into the shadows on each side. And that is where I will go back and double check my measurements and try and then begin to add my values.